Our first selection is a gentleman that I did not have the privilege to meet. He was considered Mr. Toast of the Town. He was in high demand to entertain, act as an MC at the normal, usual league banquets. He loved doing them and took great pleasure from entertaining everybody to the point where you'd be either crying or having extreme belly laughs. His repertoire included hundreds of varieties of funny stories, or quick hitters as he called them, and the audience became attentive and fully engaged. His memory for jokes was exceptional, as he would weave them along the way or do a great segment of pure humor with perfect timing, as his hitting would prove, all appropriate for the event. I am talking about Ed Sullivan. This is probably a name that most of you do not recognize. Ed played the American League and with the Sidewinders and was a genuine ambassador for both leagues, plus the National League. He promoted all of them whenever it was possible, including on every radio station that would listen. He wore his uniform with pride and encouraged new players to do so, even if there was little hope. Ed enjoyed being involved in special events or occasions, such as cookouts, and he would contribute wherever they needed him. He was also a microphone fan and would perform in a flash. Whoever saw Ed, excuse me, whoever saw Ed play immediately had high respect for him. He became one of the elder statesmen of the league. His ability included playing a tough third base, I am told, and at 78, he owned it. He said the 70s weren't bad, but the 80s he was not sure he was looking forward to. Whoever knew Ed had an immediate respect for him. As he became one of the elder statesmen of the league, his overall ability proved he deserved the respect. He loved them in the dugout, on the field, or at meetings. Being with him meant you were about to laugh when you heard him say, "Did you hear the one about?" And then he'd run into his repertoire. He was indeed the toast of the town. One of his quotes included, "In life, as in softball, it is the number of times, excuse me, it is the number of times you reach home safely that counts." Unfortunately, Ed reached home at 82 after suffering a massive stroke in 2006. We have a brief video we'd like to show you of Ed. Thank you to Dennis for helping us set this up.
Each week on Make Your Move, we like to highlight an Arizona senior who strives to keep a healthy lifestyle. This is a senior who leaps large bounds, a senior who makes you think, I hope I'm that healthy when I'm his age. This is our Super Senior of the Week.
I'm Ed Sullivan, and I'm 80 years old.
Ed Sullivan spends 5 days a week on the softball field playing third base for the Sun City Old Timers. He also plays with a national travel team that has won 7 Senior World Series titles.
I went right up the ladder. I started playing at 60, and each 5 years I moved up.
Ed was drawn to the game by accident. After several months of retirement, he became bored and went for a walk, only to find a group of seniors playing softball.
So I saw these old fellas in Scottsdale playing ball, so I figured I'd stop by, and that's how I got into senior softball. And I've been in it 18 years now.
And like in softball, not every bounce is a good bounce.
When I got 51, they found type 2 diabetes on me. And the doctor said, either you lose the weight or we're going to put you on the needle with insulin. I controlled my diabetes for 28 years by diet alone. And the doctors and the nurses were amazed that I stuck with it that long.
Ed's diet
Love fruits and vegetables. I have apples, oranges, grapes, everything.
and daily physical activity in softball
We're playing senior softball, but I guarantee you that ball's not soft.
has kept him fit and healthy. And he has a simple message to all seniors.
No matter how old you are, you can develop muscles. Not that I have a lot of muscles, but it's good for your body. And for those of you that can't really get physical, it's just great to at least walk. Just don't sit there. Get up and walk. Kick yourself in the tail and get out there and walk a mile or so.
Ed's humor and passion for senior softball is why he's been chosen as our Super Senior of the Week.
All right, how many of you can say you've been on Super Senior of the Week? Oh no, everybody raise your hand. Yeah, okay, not happening. All right, accepting on his behalf is Ed's brother, Gordon. And Gordon would like to say a few words.
Hi there. You knew Ed as a softball player. Unfortunately, I knew him as a brother. That's a lot different. But Ed was truly dedicated. I got a little story to tell you that's true. I was invited by Ed to go to a tournament up in Las Vegas. And so my wife and I decided to get married the day after the tournament. And Ed was going to stay with us for a week, you know, we spend in Las Vegas. So we went up to the tournament, and Ed was there, and it was double elimination tournament. And so earlier in the tournament, the team lost, Ed's team lost. But that was one loss, double elimination. So it came to the final game, the other team showed up, but they got beat badly by Ed's team. So now both teams got one loss, and there's got to be a playoff. Well, they decided to make the playoff the day after, you know, the next day. Well, that was the day we were going to get married. And Ed was best man. So now my best man can't come. I mean, we were second. Softball was number one. So we can't get married that day. So I said, okay, it doesn't matter that much. But we had invitations to send out to our relatives, saying we're getting married on 22nd. So my wife has to take a pen, cross out 22nd, put in 23rd, and send the cards. I'm not buying new ones. So, hey, well, that's what happens. But he was truly dedicated. He would, the day before he passed away, he was playing softball. I don't know if it was on a Monday or he just went over to practice on Monday mornings, but he was there every Monday morning, put on his long johns because it got cold in those mornings, and he'd go out there and play softball. He visited his wife who was in a nursing home, but he had to leave the nursing home, go play ball, come back to the nursing home. But he'd do that every day. But he was truly dedicated. We were worried about him when he got older. What's he going to do when he retires? He doesn't read books. He doesn't have any hobbies. The poor guy won't know what to do. And he found softball. And there was no problem after that. He was busy 7 days a week playing softball. And he just was the greatest there for dedication. He really did. And I'd like to thank you, the people. It's a tremendous honor and a privilege to accept the award for Ed because you did a great job. The food was good. I know you're probably all sleeping through this. But that was my brother. He was a comedian. But I'll tell you one thing that you don't know, and it's relative to Ed. I had a second job too. I was a baseball official and basketball official, and that was my part-time job. And I was working a baseball game one day, and about the third inning, the opposing catcher comes up, but he's catching the ball game, and we're talking back and forth. He says, you know, you're the second best official they have. And I thanked him and so on. The sixth inning, he comes up and he says, I'm right. You're the second best official we've had that I know about. So at the end of the game, this college lad, now it was a college game, comes up to me and he says, "I'd like to shake your hand, no?" So I shake his hand. He says, "Yep, you're the second best that I know. All the others are tied for first." That's a true story.
All right, this is how we honor our Hall of Fame members. And here's a pin.
Oh, thank you.
You can wear it in his honor.
I'm sure my wife will love the pin because I put this on my desk.
Congratulations, Gordy. Thank you very much.